Apache territory, survival. Dust swirls as the stagecoach rumbles across the sun-scorched desert. Inside, 6 strangers cling to their seats. Clara, a sharp-eyed widow, Tom, a grizzled gunslinger, Reverend Pike, clutching his Bible, Sally, a saloon singer, Jed, a young rancher, and Mr. Grayson, a nervous banker. The driver, Old Hank, whips the horses, urging speed. A distant war cry echoes. Clara grips her locket, sensing danger. The Apache war party, led by fierce Chief Taza, watches from a rocky ridge. Painted for battle, they move like shadows, tracking the stagecoach. Taza raises his hand, signaling patience. His warriors notch arrows, eyes locked on the wooden coach below. The desert hums with tension. A hawk screams overhead. Taza's scout reports, the stagecoach carries gold. His lips curl into a grim smile. Inside the coach, Tom checks his revolver, muttering about Apaches. Sally, fanning herself, snaps, "Keep your gun holstered, cowboy. You'll scare the preacher." Pike prays softly, beads of sweat on his brow. Jed peers out the window, spotting dust clouds. "They're coming," he whispers. Grayson clutches his briefcase, gold coins clinking inside. Clara notices, her eyes narrowing with suspicion. Hank shouts, "Hold tight." As arrows thud into the coach's side. Horses scream, bolting forward. The passengers tumble, panic rising. Tom kicks open the door, firing blindly into the dust. An Apache rider falls, but more emerge. Clara grabs a rifle from under the seat, her hand steady. "Aim true or we're dead," she barks. Sally faints, slumping against Pike, who murmurs a frantic prayer. The stagecoach veers toward a narrow canyon, wheels creaking. Taza's warriors pursue, hooves pounding. An arrow grazes Hank's arm. He grits his teeth, urging the horses on. Jed leans out, shooting a warrior off his horse. Grayson cowers, clutching his gold. Clara reloads, her face grim. "We can't outrun him," she says. Tom nods. "Then we fight or die." The canyon walls loom closer. The coach skids into the canyon, a natural fortress. Hank halts the team, blood soaking his sleeve. "We make a stand here," he growls. Tom and Jed drag crates for cover. Clara organizes ammunition, her voice calm. Pike tries to rouse Sally, who wakes, trembling. Grayson whimpers, "We're doomed." Clara slaps him. "Pull yourself together or I'll leave you for the Apaches." The war cries grow louder. Taza halts his warriors, studying the canyon. He knows the terrain, his people's land. "They are trapped," he tells his second, Kale. "We wait, tire them out." Kale nods, eager for blood. Taza's eyes are cold but strategic. He signals for archers to take position. The stagecoach group, huddled behind crates, hears the silence. It's worse than the cries. Tom whispers, "They're planning something." Night falls, stars piercing the desert sky. The passengers take turns keeping watch. Clara and Tom sit by a small fire, rifles ready. "You ever fought Apaches?" she asks. Tom nods. "Lost my brother to him. They don't quit." Clara's eyes soften. "I lost my husband to this land. We don't quit either." A twig snaps nearby. Tom raises his gun, but it's only a coyote. The tension doesn't break. At dawn, an Apache scout creeps closer, knife gleaming. Jed, on watch, spots him and fires. The shot echoes, waking the group. Arrows rain down in retaliation. Sally screams as one grazes her arm. Pike binds her wound, praying loudly. Clara and Tom return fire, dropping 2 warriors. Grayson, still clutching his gold, shouts, "We should surrender." Tom snarls, "They'll kill us anyway, fool." Taza watches his men fall, his face unreadable. "They fight well," he tells Kale. "But they are few." He orders a feint. Warriors charge, then retreat, luring the group's fire. Clara senses the trap. "Save your bullets," she yells. Too late. Jed fires, wasting ammunition. Hank, weakened by blood loss, slumps against the coach. "We're low on water," he rasps. The desert heat tightens its grip. Midday sun blisters the canyon. Sally, pale and weak, sips the last of her canteen. Pike offers her his, but she refuses. Grayson, desperate, whispers to Jed, "We could trade the gold for our lives." Jed scoffs. "You think they care about your coins?" Clara overhears, her suspicions confirmed. She confronts Grayson. "That gold's why they're after us, ain't it?" He stammers, guilt in his eyes. Taza's warriors circle, tightening the noose. A flaming arrow hits the coach, igniting a tarp. Jed douses it with sand, coughing. Tom spots a warrior climbing the canyon wall, aiming for a vantage point. He takes a risky shot, dropping the man. Clara nods approvingly. Good eye. But the group's ammunition dwindles. Hank, feverish, mutters, "We need a miracle." Pike prays louder, fervent. Clara takes charge, rallying the group. "We hold 'em off, till night, then slip out. There's a fort 2 days west." Tom agrees, but Grayson panics. "We'll never make it." Sally, finding courage, snaps, "Then stay and die, coward." Pike suggests a parley, but Clara shakes her head. Apaches don't negotiate with thieves. She glares at Grayson, who shrinks under her gaze. The war cries resume. As dusk falls, Taza plans a final assault. They weaken, he tells Kale. "Tonight, we end this." His warriors prepare, faces painted with vengeance. In the canyon, Clara sketches an escape route in the dirt. "We move under cover of dark," she says. Tom nods, but Jed hesitates. "What about Hank? He can't walk." Clara's jaw tightens. "We carry him or leave him. No one gets left alive." Night cloaks the canyon. The group douses their fire, moving silently. Jed and Tom carry Hank, who groans softly. Sally stifles a cough, her wound burning. Grayson lags, gold weighing him down. Clara hisses, "Drop the bag or I'll shoot you myself." He complies, tears in his eyes. A twig snaps, Apache scouts are near. Tom signals for silence, his revolver ready. The group freezes, hearts pounding. An Apache warrior lunges from the shadows, knife raised. Clara fires, dropping him, but the shot betrays their position. War cries erupt. Tom and Jed drag Hank behind a boulder as arrows fly. Sally grabs a pistol, firing wildly. Pike shields her, reciting psalms. Grayson runs, tripping over his gold. An arrow finds his back, he collapses, dead. Clara curses. "Keep moving," she orders, leading the way. The group scrambles through the canyon, pursued by Taza's warriors. Jed stumbles, twisting his ankle. Tom hauls him up, grunting, "Move, kid." Hank's weight slows them. Clara spots a narrow pass ahead. "There. It's our only shot." Arrows whistle past. Sally, finding strength, helps Pike support Hank. The pass is tight, but it could shield them. Taza's men close in, their shouts echoing off the walls. They squeeze into the pass, rocks scraping their skin. Taza's warriors hesitate, wary of the choke point. Clara and Tom cover the rear, firing sparingly. An Apache falls, but others advance. Hank, barely conscious, whispers, "Leave me." Clara refuses. "We survive together." Sally ties her scarf around Hank's wound, her hands shaking but resolute. Pike prays for strength, his voice a steady anchor. Taza signals a halt, assessing the pass. They are cornered, he tells Kale. But brave. He admires Clara's resolve but vows no mercy. His warriors prepare torches, planning to smoke them out. In the pass, the group hears footsteps. Clara whispers, "We hold here. Last stand." Tom nods, reloading. Jed, limping, grips his rifle. Sally's eyes burn with defiance. Pike raises his cross, unafraid. Torches light the canyon, casting eerie shadows. Taza's men chant, advancing slowly. Clara aims carefully, dropping a warrior. Tom follows, his shots precise. The Apaches falter but press on. Jed, despite his injury, fires, grazing Kale. The warrior snarls, vowing revenge. Hank stirs, grabbing a pistol. "I ain't done yet," he croaks, firing weakly. Sally reloads for him, her hands steady now. The pass becomes a killing ground. Clara's rifle jams, she draws a knife, ready to fight hand to hand. Tom tosses her his spare pistol. "Keep him back," he yells. Sally and Pike drag Hank deeper into the pass, finding a small cave. Jed limps after them, covering their retreat. Taza's men throw torches, igniting brush. Smoke chokes the air. Clara coughs but holds her ground, firing into the haze. Taza, frustrated, orders a charge. His warriors rush the pass, screaming. Clara and Tom fire, dropping several, but the tide is overwhelming. Jed, in the cave, spots a loose boulder above the pass. "Help me," he shouts to Sally. They push, muscles straining. The boulder tumbles, crushing 2 warriors and blocking the pass. Taza curses, pulling his men back. The group gains a moment's reprieve. In the cave, the group catches their breath. Hank's fever worsens, Pike prays over him. Clara checks their ammunition, nearly gone. We can't hold much longer, she says. Tom nods. Then we run at dawn. Sally, now fierce, agrees. I ain't dying in this hole. Jed, wincing, binds his ankle. The blocked pass buys time, but Taz's chants echo outside. The group knows the fight isn't over. Dawn breaks, painting the canyon red. Clara scouts the pass, clear for now. We move fast, she says. Tom and Jed carry Hank, who's barely alive. Sally leads, pistol in hand. Pike brings up the rear, clutching his Bible. The desert stretches endlessly, the fort a distant hope. Clara's locket swings as she runs, a reminder of her vow to survive. Behind them, Taz's scouts spot their movement. The group stumbles across the open desert, exhaustion setting in. Sally's wound reopens, blood staining her dress. Pike tears his shirt to bind it. Jed's limp slows him, Tom supports him, gruff but loyal. Hank's breaths are shallow. Clara scans the horizon, spotting dust, riders. Taz is coming, she warns. The group pushes harder, the fort's faint outline visible. Hope flickers, but it's fragile. Taz's warriors gallop closer, arrows flying. Clara turns, firing her last bullets. One rider falls, but others gain ground. Tom shouts, "Keep running." He stays back, emptying his revolver. An arrow hits his shoulder, he grunts but stands firm. Sally grabs Jed's rifle, firing awkwardly but hitting a horse, slowing the pursuit. Pike drags Hank, refusing to leave him. The fort grows closer. The fort's gates loom, soldiers visible on the walls. Clara screams, "Open the gates." A volley of rifle fire erupts from the fort, scattering Taz's men. The group stumbles forward, collapsing inside as the gates slam shut. Soldiers rush to help, carrying Hank to a medic. Sally sobs, relief overwhelming her. Jed slumps, exhausted. Tom, bloodied, nods to Clara. "We made it," he says. She nods back, grim. Inside the fort, the group rests. Hank clings to life, tended by a doctor. Pike prays, thanking God. Sally, bandaged, hums a soft tune, her spirit unbroken. Jed, his ankle wrapped, vows to return to his ranch. Clara sits alone, staring at her locket. Tom joins her. "You kept us alive," he says. She shakes her head. "We kept each other alive." Outside, the desert lies silent, but Taz's shadow lingers. Taza, outside the fort, watches from a ridge. His warriors are fewer, but his resolve is iron. "They escaped," Kale says, angry. Taz's eyes narrow. "For now," he replies. He turns his horse, leading his men into the desert. The gold is lost, but his fight isn't over. The land is his, and he'll reclaim it. The wind carries his war cry, a promise of battles to come. In the fort, Clara opens her locket, revealing a faded photo of her husband. She whispers, "I kept going." Sally joins her, offering a weak smile. "You're tougher than this desert," she says. Clara chuckles, the first lightness in days. Jed and Pike discuss rebuilding, their faith renewed. Tom cleans his revolver, ready for the next fight. The group, scarred but alive, finds strength in their bond. The fort's commander questions them about the gold. Clara glares, saying nothing. Grayson's death left the secret buried in the canyon. The commander shrugs, dismissing them. Outside, the group gathers, watching the sunset. "We head west tomorrow," Clara says. Jed nods. "Together?" Sally asks. Tom grunts, "Ain't got nowhere else to go." Pike smiles. "God's with us." They agree, united. As night falls, the fort buzzes with soldiers, chatter. Clara stands watch, rifle in hand. The desert stretches vast and unforgiving, but she's unafraid. Her locket gleams in the moonlight. Tom joins her, silent. They share a look, survivors, bound by the ordeal. The stars burn bright, a reminder of the world's vastness. Clara whispers, "We'll make it." Tom nods. They face the night together. Days later, the group rides west, the fort a distant memory. Hank, recovering, rides in a wagon, grumbling but alive. Sally sings softly, lifting their spirits. Jed scouts ahead, his limp easing. Pike reads his Bible, offering quiet wisdom. Clara leads, her eyes on the horizon. The desert tests them, but they're stronger now, forged by fire. Taz's shadow fades, but the land holds its secrets. The journey west is hard, but the group endures. Clara's leadership, Tom's grit, Sally's courage, Jed's hope, Pike's faith, and Hank's stubbornness carry them. They share stories, laughter, and scars. The desert, once their enemy, becomes their crucible. Towns rise on the horizon, promising rest. Clara clutches her locket, vowing to live, not just survive. The stagecoach's wheels are gone, but they roll on. In a dusty town, the group parts ways, their bond eternal. Clara heads to California, seeking a new start. Tom rides south, chasing bounties. Sally joins a theater troupe, her voice soaring. Jed returns to his ranch, Pike to his flock. Hank, healed, drives a new coach. They carry the canyon's lessons: survival is strength, unity is power. The desert watches, silent, as their legend grows.